Hello, welcome to TheProPlebNoob, and welcome back to Benny's Circus Entertainment Origins. Where last left off, we had just been Night 6, aka Death Wish, and unlocked the extras. And with the extras comes night number 7, the Max Mode. Now, there is a bit of a discrepancy here, because there's 9 characters shown here on night 7. There's not 9 characters in the game though, there's 11. So Bobby and... Is it Bobby and Calamity, I think, are missing? Yeah, Bobby and Calamity are missing from that roster there. So I don't know if they're not active. If they aren't, that's going to be great, because they're some of the most annoying. But we'll see how we go, I guess. I do wonder if we're going to get a phone call, too. Because we kind of didn't get a resolution with Night 6. It just kind of, like, ended. So, I assume that the police scenario has to be kind of wrapped up. I would think, at the very least. So do we have a phone call? Is my question. Was that birthday cake always there? I don't think we do have a phone call, actually. I don't think we do. Okay, no phone call. Alright, onwards we go. Be very careful with that homing sequence. That is going to be my lifeline. Also got to be careful with everyone moving in and out of the place. Because the last thing I want is to be rushed by everybody. Ideally. People are moving. They're moving fast, man. They're moving, and we get no downtime. Is the thing. Not a single bit of downtime. Get back on here. Play you. Okay, at least we're doing not too awful. At least at the start. At least at the very, very start. Oh, there's someone. Let's do on this side. Tap the glass. Get you knocked back. Thank you kindly. So it does confirm, I think, that Calamity and that are active. Okay, can I tap on the glass on you? No, okay. I want to confirm that. So Maddie and Patty, again, they would have been, hopefully would have been pushed back by the thing, but they cannot be tapped on the glass with. At least it doesn't seem to work. I think they're lights only. You might be able to watch them. Oh, no, let's just continue straight from the get-go. Okay, that's kind of nice. Thanks, Cam. Let's just kind of get straight to it. But yeah, I wonder how it's gonna end then, because like, I'll be real, the police are doing absolutely nothing this entire time. Like, the opening cutscene is like, yeah, we got this sting operation going, we're gonna catch the machine, we're gonna do, you know, we're gonna avenge your dad, we're gonna do good. And then it's just kind of like, yeah, sorry, bro. Like Leo Smith tells the phone guy the entire plan, like, night 6, and then just kind of does nothing. It's like, come on, man. We could be a little bit nicer to me. So yeah, ideally, so that was just kind of, again, we're gonna get bad RNG, because like I need, but I'm worried that everyone's gonna move fast enough to the point where like I can't really stop them. If that makes sense, like the homing sequence just won't be enough, because everyone will be moving like overdrive. I suppose that Mimic didn't jump me actually. I thought for sure the fact that he didn't jump me within the first hour was kind of interesting. It implies we might have an easier time here than what we actually expect, which is nice. But now that we kind of got a good hang of it, I think we're not too... It's not too awful. Like, it could easily be a lot worse. So that's, like, this is already an hour down. And not much has really happened. Okay, so that's you. Tap on glass. Knock you back. Awesome. Get the homing sequence going. Play the audio for you and then stare you down a bit. Back out. So that is... That's you. Tap on glass. Awesome. That's you. Move your machine. Back off. Awesome. Homing sequence. Play the audio. Did someone jumping me? No. Alright, you to make me push back. That's you first. Alright, knock you back. Oop, too far, too far. Okay, you're still chilling. Watch you a bit. Get the audio to recharge. Please and thank you. Drag you back. Knock you away. That's you over there. Who's first? Okay, I'm hoping you tap on glass. I want to say you're not. No, I'm being jumped by someone else. I'm being jumped by someone else. I think. Am I? No? Okay. No, yeah, I was. I got double jumped there. So then there was Calamity moving in. So again, a bit of unfortunate timing there. So you were tapping on glass. So whoever that was, I think that was... Was that Calamity though? I feel like that was Calamity jumping on the right door. Maybe that didn't work. I don't know if I should have used lights for that. I'm not sure. Oh, so that was you over there. That was you over there. Yeah. Ah, see. So Buddy moving in. Buddy is evil. Honestly, Buddy is actually evil. I have no idea. Like, Buddy will move in really quickly and cause your facial recognition software to jump up like instantly. So if he moves in when anyone else is doing anything, you're pretty much dead from Buddy. At least Benny and Miss Springy are kind of a bit more chill, but like Buddy is just evil, man. It's just gonna, you want the ping to go off on him for the homing sequence, because if he ever gets through your hallway, you're pretty much dead, unless you're like right there. So that little like kind of like girly laugh is I think the mouse is you on the right door. So I want to kind of use that to my advantage there. Identify like, yes, that's the door. I want to head to the right there rather than just trying to loop all the way around left. I think because like you seem to have the same laugh every time. I don't know if you pick a different like way to go. Okay, can you use zero contact like 3 times in a row? Can you please stop doing that? I don't appreciate that game. I want you to cancel that either, man. I need that thing working. And we're probably... We probably are gonna have to lock in for this one, I'm thinking. Just because we have to lock in for night 6. Because the focus is kind of needs to be on point, is the thing. Alright, knock you back. Good. There, I want to head this way, tap on glass, awesome. Knock you back. Cool. Cool, let's go on this side, tap on glass. Awesome, cool. That's you. Okay, so this is a bit unfair because I'm gonna get double jumped here. Yeah, I got. See, I don't like that. I don't like that Manny and Patty can move in at the same time as the hallway guy. Like I didn't even see Manny and Patty in my right door. So maybe they were on my left side. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind. It's a bit. There's not a lot of fail safes is the thing. There's not a lot of fail safes to kind of keep us safe. So I'm probably... I reckon I lock in. I reckon we lock in. I don't think we're going to get anywhere without locking in. So wish me luck. Booyah, baby! Booyah! Yes! Yes! Booyah! Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. We did it. Night 7, 11:20 max mode, done and dusted. How you doing, Michael? How you doing, man? Hey, Leo. You done anything yet? We've been two days overtime, and what happened to the whole sting operation? Michael, you're still here? It's already 8 a.m. I would have expected you to return home by now. I've been receiving calls from your mother saying that I'm putting you at risk, but you chose to stay involved in this. As usual, people are blaming me for everything. Well, I mean, you're supposed to do your job, Leo. I thought the whole plan was the sting operation, and you just didn't come through, man. I can't leave until it's dead. Gone. I know it's here. The signs are in those animatronics. The red and blue eyes that appear in the very hall you're standing in. I know it's buying its time, trying to drain me, but I won't allow it. Never. After what it's done to so many, I need to be here. It stresses me out having to go home all the time, knowing it's still killing. I have to pretend I'm just some guy working here for the money. Tom was already baffled by all of this, and this is a suicide mission, but is it worth it? You don't have to do this, man. Oh, hey, James. Who's James? Oh, you're James Gallagher. You're the guy. You have to listen to that Nick Live Lowlife Detective. Whoa, okay, man. Get out of here attacking my boy Leo. They should have taken him down a long time ago, but now they're too cheap. I was willing to sacrifice you to that beast. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying anyway so I can take down the machine. I'm just trying any way I can to take down that machine. Listen to yourself. Trying anything, even if this man gets killed? A man whose father is already dead? Michael Jones's father was my friend, and now he's gone. You seem to forget Isaiah Jones was my best friend, and he's gone. Now Michael doesn't even have a father anymore. I can't help but blame myself. You're supposed to help me, not raise suspicion on the media, allowing other sources to say that I killed them because my gun was in some storage area. I hear you, James, I do, and I'm not ignoring what this has cost you, or what it's cost all of us, but I'm not the reason those people are dead. And I'm not going to let the media turn this into something it isn't. You think I don't carry this every day? I do. I carry all of it, but I still have a job to finish, because if I stop now, then everything they died for actually means nothing. As for suspicion, let them talk. Let them point fingers. I've been under fire before, James. I'll deal with it again. But right now, I need you focused, not breaking this down on me. We don't have the luxury of falling apart yet. Quit the political speech. That's the excuse you tell yourself when you don't even have the authority to stop it. People are dead. People are protesting. People are scared. After everything I've been through, is this how my company falls? How many others have to fall because of this machine? Because of your incompetence? Your failure to save your own family? To save Howard, your brother? You failed everyone. Their blood is on your hands. Who's next? Your son? Fritz Smith? How long before he dies too? Hell, you were going to work one night at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in 1997 before they fired him for 10 with the animatronics. Wanting to do the dirty work you never would. All you do is sit back when someone dies, it's, oh well, it wasn't me. Is that what your job is? Is that what all of you are? You sit back and let others do the damn dirty work. Oh, having a bit of spiff here, guys. Don't you dare mention that on my son. I blame myself every night for this. I blame myself for all of it. I wish I could die. I wish it every night, but who cares? Just gotta keep going after the horrors I've seen. Images of Howard's daughter face a bloody mess. I can see her skull and her dog next to her, and I have to live with that. With everyone, I failed, but I can't die, not until this machine is gone. I still have Fritz. I still have to protect him. But I did pressure them to get results fast after the Buy Ready 7. I did it to protect everyone else, while others come up with stories about me and how I failed them. I just need all of this to stop. Are you even certain what you have, and the plan you've made will actually work? It better work, because I swear, the goddamn plan will work. I have this place surrounded, monitored 24/7. You know that. Michael Jones is here. He wants this. He's the best we've got. You think I have been studying this for weeks, months, every possible angle, every failure point, every way that thing moves. I spent hundreds of hours building this operation, mapping its patterns, tracing its activity, running simulations on how it reacts to pressure, sound, and voltage spikes. I planned perimeters, fallback zones, and rapid response strike points. I even accounted for system interference and signal disruption. We're not going in blind. We're going in prepared. What I see is desperation in you. You chose him because you can't catch it. You gave people hope just for it to die. You people were always pathetic. You couldn't catch William Afton in a court of law. He was brought to trial, but it collapsed due to insufficient admissible evidence. The system requires proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Actual documented evidence, and you didn't have it. That's all it took for him to walk. Not innocence, not truth, just a lack of proof. Henry and you were the ones who dragged him to the courtroom in the first place, and even then you failed to finish it. You can't even prove what he's done. And now look at what that's cost. Parents grieving their children because you failed. My point is, all of you failed. If you fail again, then God help us all. I understand the sacrifice, but I need to do it. I hope you can take care of my mom, just in case. You got that? Please tell me. Promise me you'll take care of her. There's no need to worry. We will do it. Stay in this office, do whatever you need to do. Because right now I'm going to set more perimeters around the location and surrounding area. We've got helicopters ready to go just in case. And I have Luna preparing others with advanced stun guns. It seems as though animatronic bodies are very sensitive to extreme electrical voltage more than bullets. Luna is making sure the stun guns are pushed to their maximum output. Each unit is capable of around 50,000 volts, and when 5 people coordinate a simultaneous discharge, we're looking at roughly 250,000 volts of combined peak output on impact. I wish you the best of luck, Michael Jones. When it does happen, you must obey all my orders for the plans I have installed to work, so get some sleep when you can. And there we are, there we have it. That is night number 7 done. We still haven't locked everyone in the character gallery. We haven't locked James Gallagher though. I don't know if there's like another thing, right? Oh, is there another thing? Wait, no. Oh, you're kidding me. There's another night? Oh, goodness. Okay. Alright. I have a feeling it's going to be a boss fight then, surely? Because you can't... It can't just be another max mode. It has to be like a special night, right? Because it can't be like a... It can't be like a special... Like, it can't be like... You can't have a more max mode. Oh, goodness. Because we still haven't locked correspondence yet, either. Alright, so next time... Next episode, I thought we were going to be done. I think, have we unlocked the last public media thing? No, we still haven't. Alright, interesting. Oh, but what a doozy. What a doozy, man. I'm very conflicted about that max mode. Because on one hand, it is an absolute RNG mess. And it's mostly thanks to the homing sequence. If you get bad pings on the homing sequence for just pure random chance, your night's essentially over. But on the other hand, it's kind of ingenious, because it's not like an actual typical max mode where you have like your goal is to kind of just survive till 6 AM kind of thing. The way I see it, there is one solution to the night, and you have to find it. You have to do, like, I think, as far as I'm concerned, if you do anything differently to what I did, you won't make it. Because there are so many instances, particularly with Calamity. Calamity is a nightmare. I hate her so much. She's a nuisance. I don't know what she gets, like a double attack? She gets a double attack. I'm pretty sure it's Calamity. I want to say it's Calamity. Yeah, you're tall, lanky, lanky freak. No, she's a nuisance. She's a nuisance, man. Because she gets like a double attack. You would notice that sometimes she'll attack once. Because Calamity, Bobby, the Mimic, and the Mouse, I think, are all not affected by the homing sequence. And so what you have to do is they attack every time. They attack on the interval, on the dot, every time. And so you have to really plan your rounds. Essentially, you're gonna have like a bunch of like Calamity rounds, and you have to like plan that and make sure that it goes off without a hitch. So the first around about you're free like the first hour or so, but then about 1:12ish, Calamity attacks the left door. and then she'll attack again like a couple, like around about two homing sequences after, and then the mimic will attack, and the mimic attacks again, and then you have like a combo attack, which is the mimic. It's the mimic. Is it Bobby? Is there another clown Bobby? I can never remember his name. I think it's Bobby. It's you, Bobby. Yeah, he shows up at the right door. So Bobby will show up, and along with the red bear mimic. So it actually happens twice, and it's a diabolical maneuver, because the first time at around about 2 a.m. ish, just after 2 a.m. The mimic attacks first. Oh, it's the mimic, then Bobby, and then Calamity straight after. And you can't actually, as far as I'm aware, you cannot be fast enough to make it to Calamity to the door in time. So what you actually have to do is deal with the mimic first, then Bobby, and then turn the lights off, because that stops Calamity just in the nick of time. Because I'm like, Calamity is weird. I'm not sure exactly how she works in terms of like her recognizing you, because I think there's also a bit of RNG on the door as well. Sometimes it takes like a few knocks to get rid of them, and sometimes like they can disappear in like one. So I think there's also a tendency to be screwed over there. But you have to like, you know, so knock on the glass to deal with Bobby, and then turn the lights off, because I found that no matter what I did, I could never make it to the other door in time before Calamity would kill me. Because there's sometimes where you think Calamity, you're fine from Calamity, and then she, like, her jump scare gets like stalled, and so you just die whenever you turn to the right, I think. But Calamity is weird. I'm not sure exactly, like, I think what happens is that facial recognition ever maxes out, or like near maxes out with Calamity active, like Calamity at your door, she'll disappear, even if you kind of like just barely dealt with her, and then she'll kill you. She guarantees a kill. But then what makes it diabolical is later on at like 4:30, that same attack happens again, except you don't have the time to get the mimic first. The mimic takes too long to attack, because like as the night goes on, he like delays it, like he takes longer to show up when the warning happens. So what you actually have to do is go Bobby, then the mimic, which is a nail biter, because you have to be, if you're not facing the hallway when the mimic shows up, you're dead. So you have to get ready for Bobby around about 4:30-ish, knock on the glass, turn to the left immediately after, stare at the mimic, and then turn to the left immediately after again to get Calamity at the door. And then Calamity does like one more double round, like at like 5:30, which got me once, and I was like, man, Calamity, you meanie. So I think it's less an actual, but the problem is like that element is really cool. I love that how it's more like a puzzle, but it's completely ruined by the homing sequence and everyone else, because you can have characters show up at just the worst possible time. It's actually possible for you to get quadruple attacked at that 2 a.m. slot, because you can have, for some ungodly reason, I do not know why the game does this, it has the potential to have the mimic attack the hallway at the same time someone is in the hallway. Like, someone will be in the hallway, right, and you have to flash them to knock down their facial recognition software, but for some reason the mimic will be attacking at the same time, and it's like, you literally just have to wing it. You have to be like, okay, I have to think the mimic is going to attack right now, so I have to like flash beforehand, and it's like, at the same time, like, I've had like Manny and Patty show up, but like, if anyone shows up at the same time Calamity does, you're pretty much dead as well. So you just have to keep spamming that homing sequence like nothing else. You also saw that Chester got a really close call, actually. I did actually die to him once. I actually died to Chester. Because at the start of the night, you're kind of chill, but as the night goes on, you're going to be away from the monitor a lot more. And also, I actually got the audio guys to my hallway once, and they did kill me. But let's take a look at the character gallery first, shall we? So James Andre Gallagher is an American engineer, entrepreneur, and current owner of Benny Circus Entertainment, a company that began as a modest traveling circus in the 1960s and later evolved into a pioneer in mechanical performance technology. He was born in 1948 in North Carolina, growing up in a time of visible social and economic division in the American South. The environment around him was shaped by both strong local traditions and quiet restrictions on opportunity, factors that influenced his later drive to build systems that operated beyond human limitation. His father, Benjamin Gallagher Sr., was the original founder of Benny's Circus Entertainment in 1960 when James was 12 years old. The circus began as a traditional travelling show featuring clown acts, small stage performances, and hand-built mechanical attractions that toured rural towns. One of its earliest and most recognisable figures was a clown character named Bozo, originally created and performed under his father's direction. Bozo became a central attraction of the early circus years, symbolising its playful and traditional identity. However, as James grew older and more involved in the technical and creative direction of the company, he began to reshape its identity entirely. By the early stages of modernisation in the early 1980s, James made a defining change. He renamed Bozo the Clown into Benny the Clown, honouring his father while rebranding the character to fit the evolving vision of the company. The shift marked one of the first major transformations in Benny's Circus Entertainment, blending legacy with reinvention. Over time, Benny the Clown became the face of the circus, and the original identity of Bozo faded into company history as the groundwork of something larger. As a teenager, 1960-1965, James worked behind the scenes of maintaining equipment, repairing stage mechanisms, and studying how mechanical stage props functioned. His focus increasingly shifted from performance to engineering how to make the performance move on its own. In the early 1970s, James attended North Carolina A&T State University, a historically diverse university recognized for its strong engineering and technical programs during a period when access to advanced technical education was uneven across the country. There he studied electrical engineering and early automation systems, developing skills in robotics, mechanical design, and control systems. During this time, 1970 to 1972, he formed lasting friendships with Frederick and Isaiah Jones, who shared his interests in experimental machinery and performance engineering. After graduating in 1972, age 24, James returned to Benny's Circus Entertainment and began systematically modernising it. Traditional stage props were replaced with motorised systems, lighting became programmable, and early animatronic concepts began appearing in backstage testing environments. Around this time, he met Jenny Carter, who later became his wife. They married in 1974 when James was 26. He later had 2 children, Isaac and David. In 1975, age 27, his father retired and officially passed full ownership of Benny's Circus Entertainment to James. This transition solidified James's influence over the company's direction, allowing him to merge entertainment with engineering innovation. During the early 1970s, as James, Frederick, and Isaiah Jones began modernizing the circus designs, the clown units underwent a major visual overhaul. During a late-stage redesign session, Frederick was intoxicated at the time, experimenting with new makeup applications for Benny and the surrounding clown characters. Instead of a polished theatrical styling, the redesign shifted toward heavy, uneven eye shading, glitter that deepened facial contrast, asymmetrical cheek coloration that broke visual symmetry, rough and dragon mouth detailing that exaggerated expressions, layered in imperfect paint textures that gave each face a slightly unique appearance, and a worn, hand-applied aesthetic that felt intentionally unrefined. Though the application was accidental and messy in execution, James saw creative potential in it. Rather than correcting the imperfections, he incorporated them into the official redesign direction. This moment became a defining shift in Benny's Circus Entertainment visual identity, moving away from the clean traditional clown design and towards something more expressive, unsettling, and mechanically adaptable. During the 80s, James relocated operations to Utah, seeking larger industrial facilities and more space for research and development. This move also marked a new phase in the company's evolution, distancing itself from the early traveling circus robots. He also worked at Afton Robotics and assisted with several Freddy Fazbear's Pizza locations, where he helped develop early facial recognition technology. Around 1987, Fazbear security systems began experimenting with linking facial recognition to criminal and threat databases. At the time, the system was still new, unstable, and often made mistakes. Over time, especially after 1987, criminal databases and security networks became much more advanced and reliable. What started as a simple, limited watch list, it slowly evolved into more complex and accurate systems that can identify and track individuals more effectively. Years later, after 1987 and into the 1990s, James operated his own circus facility. By then, he had built on these early ideas and created a more advanced system. Employees could wear normal, everyday clothes like jeans or shirts, and the only requirement to enter the building was a facial scan at the entrance. The system checked identities using internal records and advanced security data inspired by earlier Fazbear technology. However, if someone was not recognized or tried to break in, the animatronic security protocols would activate. In those cases, they would respond aggressively to intruders, which could lead to serious injury or even death. And that caused no problems for anyone. Good job, James. Through his 40s and 50s, late 1980s and 2000s, James Andre Gallagher transformed Benny's Circus Entertainment into a recognized name in experimental entertainment engineering, blending performance art, robotics, and immersive design. And yet, despite all the innovation, the most enduring shift in the company's identity could still be traced back to a single decision in its early years: the transformation of Bozo into Benny the Clown, and the beginning of everything that followed. James was going to be known as someone who developed the most advanced technology of his time, shaping not only Benny's Circus Entertainment's future, but also influencing Fazbear Entertainment, Afton Robotics, and many others across the industry. The end. And there we are, another character. So I don't know who we're missing out of the 5. There's 5 more characters presumably unlocked on the final night, which I didn't even realize there was. So it's got to be a boss fight, right? It has to be, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't have, if 97 is the max mode, you can't have like the maxo mode is the thing. It has to be something. So I'm honestly kind of hyped for it, because I'm hoping it'll be something kind of different. If it's the final night, I'm guessing it's gonna be a boss fight against the Mimic, right? You'd think so, at least. But yeah, so... Oh, man. man. So definitely very, very tough. And yeah, completely susceptible to RNG. Like, on one hand, the night is, like, extremely unfair, I would say. Because sometimes, like, the homing sequences either ping the same person multiple times, or just ping no one. Like, I had it ping no one a surprisingly amount of times, which is weird, because you think everyone would be moving. But, yeah, so... Definitely very, very tough. But we'll be back, though, with the final night. I got no idea what to expect. I didn't even know there was a night 8, so... I guess we'll see. You know, night 6 is Death Wish. This is our Death Wish? Who knows? Oh, but there we are. And hopefully we can finally get our last media article. Maybe? I don't know. Because we're still missing... And correspondence as well is completely locked. I don't know if we need to do something else for that. I mean, that's called Aftermath, so I think we're going to have to beat... this is the final, so it makes sense that we unlock the Aftermath last. But there we have it. So I will see you guys next time for some more Benny's Circus Entertainment Origins. I thought we were going to be done after this, but apparently not. We're still back. We're still back in the building. So wish me luck for night number 8, and I'll see you guys then. In the meantime, have a good one though. Definitely check out the game for yourself. Description down below. I'll see you guys next time. I'm TheProPlebNoob. Goodbye.